So the likes of Ajax, Arsenal and Roma already appear one step closer to the quarterfinals after big convincing wins in the first legs. But what about Manchester United and AC Milan? What's going to separate the two? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we take a look at the Europa League last 16 second legs, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, bang out today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Europa League related, World Football League, we're all here on the Walruski, of course. Other teams are also close. Granada are close, Spurs are close, Villarreal are close, but a couple of games are still evenly poised. And to be fair, anything can happen because, of course, it is football that we're talking about. And we'll get into all that in a minute. Of course, a big shout out to the VIP Band of Brothers. I'm talking about the Patreon Bloody-Ons. Thank you for your continued support behind the scenes. I do appreciate that. And if anyone else is out there and wants to join the band of men and women, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. We're up to about 25, 26, something like that. So make sure you check it out. But anyway, let's take a look at, of course, how I got on, how you got on with, of course, your picks. Hopefully we're all ready. Let's get into it. Here we bloody go. So let's get into it then, shall we? Of course, kicking on off with Ajax against Young Boys Bern. Ended up as a 3-0 win for Ajax in the end. I actually went with a 2-0 win myself, so not too shabby. Klassen, Tadic, and Brian Brobby on the score sheet for Ajax, giving them the W. Brobby on the move, it looks like, going to Leipzig next season. Big move for him, of course, playing in the Bundesliga. Looks like Ajax are already one step closer to the next round. Of course, Kiev against Villarreal ended up as a 2-0 win for Villarreal on the road. Pau Torres on the score sheet, Raul Abidal on the score sheet, giving them Villarreal a comfortable 2-0 away win. Don't know why that's yellow, but I got that one absolutely wrong. Meanwhile, Roma, they also beat Shakhtar Donetsk on this one 3-0 in the end, giving Roma the W, a comfortable win as well. Lenzano Pellegrini, Stefan El Shaarawy, and Gianluca Mancini on the score sheet, giving Roma the W. 2-1 for me, not too shabby as well. Kicking on forward, Arsenal did beat Olympiakos. I believe it's 3-1. Was that the score there? It was indeed. Goal scorers from Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Mohamed El Helni on the score sheet, with Yusuf El Arabi getting the goal for Olympiakos, giving them a bit of hope, but unfortunately not good enough. Meanwhile, what else do we have got going on? We've got Spurs. They managed to pick up a 2-0 win over Zagreb in Zagreb. No, it was actually in London. Those were actually flipped. I actually recorded that before that announcement came out. So, but they still got the 2-0 win. Comfortable win for them, 2-0. Harry Kane with a brace, giving Spurs. Of course, this is realistically their shot for Champions League next season. They need to win this. It could be an all. Imagine if it's an all London final. That'd be an absolute banger, of course, in the end. So anyway, 2-0 for Spurs, giving them the lead on this one. Manchester United against Milan AC, of course, 1-1 in the end. Late win, of course. AC Milan. Ahmad Diallo getting the goal for United. Of course, Samin Kajar getting the goal for Milan late on that one. As points as it was evenly spread on this one to make it an interesting game over in Italy. Slavia Praha against Rangers also end up 1-1 in the end. Actually, with the 2-1 for Rangers. Yeah, they're still in party mood after they celebrated their first title win in forever. Nicolo Claudia Stanciu getting the goal for Praga early doors before Philip Helander levelled as he made it all square in the end. And then wrap it up, of course, Granada 2-0 winners over Molde in Spain. To give themselves a good lead. Is it good enough? Possibly. George Molino, Roberto Soldado as well. Martin Elgerson giving himself a sent off for Molde, of course. So there you have it. First legs as it is. We'll take a look at how you guys got on next. This is the criteria. Bish, bash, bosh. You know the drill. Kick it off with Gio. You did all right, brother. Not too shabby, of course. Nick the Freak also did good. Yannick Sleinfeld also did good. Adrian Tenhoven, not too shabby, of course. Hans Worsted bits. Neil Galilei, he's okay. Bianca Bonawalt on 2, of course. Kicking ass, taking in. Checking him away. He did absolutely fantastic. Fair play, of course. Guackana did bits. James Beautiful, oh great, you did good. Sashin DePlaff also did good. Now this guy down here, his name is Verdebek. I don't even know who that is, so I can't even grade that. I'm gonna give you an F. But I'll give you a smile just because I couldn't be asked. Toby the Beast though, kicking ass and taking names. He's in the corner, Toby the Beast. Olaji Ojo did fabulous, of course. Nicholas Merkis also did good. Omar Esquivel, absolute kicking ass. Look at that, tremendous. Ross also did very well. Costas K, he's okay. Carl Machine also did good. Ultra Omimiro did also did good. I do not too. He did shit. Game of Child did good. Tom Stader also did very well. Jordan Lenders did bits as well. Of course, Austin did good as well. Cody Ho, fabulous. Well played. Of course, Alex Welladia did great. Shepard also did kicked ass and took names as well. Fernando Hasiska Segerman, not too shabby. He did shit. Actually, Shane O'Donnell did kick ass. Vincent Long did bits. Of course, Georgie Gassov also did very well. Look at that. Tremendous. Iron Stringer did bits of shit. My star fighter did good. Ryan Long, not too. He did shite as well. Yannick Busser kicking ass. Well played. And Brennan Arden did good as well. I think that's it. If your name's Shepard, don't look at it. Don't even bloody look at it. Get out of sight. There you go. Georgie Isef, Jakob Dungare, Omar Esquil, Shane O'Donnell, Toby the Beast, Yannick Buster are your kings this week. They're wearing the crowns right here, right now. So fair play to those guys. Of course, tremendous. As for the overall leaderboard, how's that affected the overall leaderboard? Well, I think it's still quite one-sided. Yannick Bustler kicks ass. He's got a massive 7 this week to keep himself in the driving seat. Is Yannick at the wheel? That's right. Hans Worth, Matt Gunner, Omar. This is tight. There's not many games left, really. There's 8 here. Another 8. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's about 21 games, 21 points left. 21 points left, I think, for this to be decided. And Yannick Buster has got 2 percentage points clear. Don't know what that makes up in points, but of course means the likes of Hans Worth, Matt Gunner, Omar Esquivel, Shane O'Donnell, realistically, and maybe Game and Child, we throw him in the mix, really have to just be pretty much on the money. Anyway, let's get to the next round of matches. Of course, kicking it all off with, of course, Young Boys Bern. Taking, of course, Ajax. Now, these two sides, of course, play each other just the one time. Of course, it was the last time around, and it was a 3-0 win for Ajax. Heading into this, though, of course, in the last 6 games in all competitions, of course, Ajax winning 5 of them, just drawing them once. As for Young Boys, when they come into this, just 1 win in the past 6 games. Of course, heading into this one, this looks shite. I can't do that. So let's kick it all off with the next round of matches, the second leg. So let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, kicking off with Young Boys up against Ajax. Of course, heading into this on the back of the first leg, 3-0 win for Ajax. The one and only time that these two sides have played. 3-0, comfortable lead at the moment for Ajax. And I do anticipate themselves to go through quite comfortably. But Ajax come into this winning 4 on the spin in all competitions, beating Hedenveen, Groningen, Young Boys and Zwolle in the last 4 games. As for Young Boys, they come into this without a win in 5. 4 draws and a defeat to boot. That defeat was against Ajax. Of course, Ajax winning the last 4 matches in the Europa League, scored at least 2 goals in the last 4. The bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Have, of course, Young Boys 2-1 for the victory, 6-5 is your Ajax, 40-5 is your draw. Of course, that is for this match and this match alone. I'm going to go with, on this one, a draw to make it 1-1 on the day, but of course, that's not going to be good enough for Young Boys Bern to see them tumble out. And we'll bring you up to date with the aggregate scores at the end of this. Next up, there are Villarreal up against Dinamo Kiev again. Villarreal, comfortable lead at the moment, 2-0. This will be their 4th time they've played each other. The previous 3, 2 is Villarreal, a 1 draw, nothing for Kiev, of course. Last time around, though, in Villarreal was a 2-0 win for Villarreal back in, of course, February 2005. Goal scorers on the day, Lin Chanjo Fengoro, Santi Cazzola, of course, now playing in the Middle East. Jean Romain Rilaquelme on the score sheet, of course, got himself sent off. Villarreal have actually won 8 of the last 9 matches in the Europa League, keeping a clean sheet in 5 of the last 7 as well, scoring at least 2 goals in the last 4. They come into this, though, back-to-back wins. That's Kiev. No, sorry, that's Villarreal beating Kiev, and, of course, Eibar out in the La Liga, of course. Meanwhile, Kiev just 1 defeat the past 6, and 1 defeat was against Villarreal, of course, beating near about everybody prior to that over in the Ukrainian League. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have on this one? Villarreal coming at you on this one, 2-1 on for the victory, 14-5 is your, 6-1 is your Kiev. For me, going to go with Villarreal to take this one 2-0 on again. Looks like they're going through to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have Shakhtar Donetsk up against Roma. Of course, Roma comfortably 3-0 at the moment. This will be they played each other in the last 6, 4 wins for Shakhtar, 2 for Roma, no draws. Last time around in Shakhtar was a 2-1 win for Shakhtar back in, of course, February 2018. Goal scorers on the day in the Champions League. Facundo Ferreira and Fred on the score sheet, of course, back in 2018. Chunting Undon on the score sheet, of course, for Roma last time around in the Ukraine. Heading into the Roma have actually won 6 of the last 7 matches in the Europa League, scoring at least 2 goals in the last 6. 6 of the last 7, of course. Heading into this, though, they do come into this on the back of the defeat to Parma. They did lose to Parma in Serie A just the other day. Meanwhile, Shakhtar, of course, just 1 defeat the past 3. It's actually 2 wins the past 5 in all competitions, as they are a bit of a ropey kind of form at the moment. I'm sure the bookies' odds on this one will go in favour of Roma. Shakhtar Donetsk 7-4 for the victory, 11-8 is your Roma, 30-5 is your. Again, for this leg and this leg alone, I'm going to go with a 2-1 for Shakhtar. But unfortunately, I don't think it's good enough for them to go through. We'll confirm that in a little bit. Arsenal taking, of course, Olympiakos. Played each other in the last 6, 3 wins apiece. No draws last round in London. It was a 2-1 win for Olympiakos, which knocked Arsenal out last round on away goals, of course. Papo Abu Cisse and Yusuf El Arabi as well. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on the score sheet, of course. Arsenal last round in London. Of course, the Gunners come into this on a 3-1 lead from last round. They've also won 8 of the last 9 matches in the Europa League, scored at least 3 goals in 7 last of the 8. Heading into this, Arsenal just 1 defeat in 6. That 1 defeat was against Manchester City, picking up 4 wins of the past 5, drawing with Burnley in that mix. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 5 for Olympiakos. That 1 defeat was against Arsenal, of course, doing very, very well out in the top flight in Greece. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Arsenal coming at you. Where are you? 5-2-1 for the victory. Stunkel 7-2 is your 32 is your Olympiakos. Olympiakos come into this. Where are you? Bookies odds. I've got to give me the odds. I'm going to go with Arsenal on this one, 2-1 win. Again, probably puts them through easily. And next up, Zagreb up against Spurs, I believe. This game will take place in Croatia. Of course, played each other 2 times. And it's been 2 wins, 2 for Spurs. Of course, both the games have been in London. This game will be the first time that's been played in Croatia. Heading into this, of course, Spurs losing last round against Arsenal in the Premier League. But before that, they were unbeaten and they actually won 5 on the spin. Even though just 1 defeat the past 6 as well for Zagreb. The 1 defeat was against Spurs. But they've actually just, and that if you take that game aside, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins on the spin and haven't conceded a goal in any of them. Absolutely tremendous form, bar that blip against Tottenham. Tottenham, though, winning 6 of the last 7 matches in the Europa League, and they're looking very, very good to make it another one. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? We've got Spurs coming at you. Where are you? Of course, 5-2 for Zagreb, 30-5 is your draw. Even Stevens is your Tottenham on this one. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Spurs on this one to get themselves through to the next round, it looks like. Next up, we have AC Milan against Manchester United. This one's tight, airtight, of course. Played each other the last 6, 1 win for AC Milan, 4 for United, 1 draw. Last round in Milan was a 1-1 draw, but scrapped that last round in competitive action in Milan was a 3-2 win for Manchester United back in, of course, February 2020. Scholes, Rooney with a couple of goals there. Michael Carrick got himself sent off. Ronaldinho and Clarence Seedorf, goodness gracious me, legends from the past there, as AC Milan lost 3-2 on the day to give Manchester United the 3 points on that one. Of course, United undefeated in 24 of the last 26 matches in Europa League. Milan, though, are actually drawing the last 3 matches in the Europa League as well. United come into this just 2 wins in the past 6 games, drawing a lot of games, drawing against Sociedad, Chelsea, Crystal Palace as well, and also drawing with AC Milan last round. As for AC, just 1 defeat the past 6, 1 defeat against Napoli. They lost, which kind of put them in a bit of a shit's nest out in their title push this season. Look at the bookies odds on this one. Then we have 23-10 for AC Milan, 12-5 is your draw, 23-20 is your Man United. They are your favourites. For me, you're going to go with on this one 2-1 win for United. Unfortunately, Milan will tumble out. Next up, another tight one. Rangers up against Slavia Prague, of course. Places just 1 time, and it was last round in Prague. 1-1 draw in the end. Rangers are in party mode at the moment, of course. So far, unbeaten this season out in Scotland and doing very, very well everywhere else. Of course, as for Prague, pretty much similar as well. Doing very, very well. Their only hiccup was a draw against Prague. Of course, that was a couple of games back, but since then they got back to winning ways over in the Czech Republic. Top flight 3-0 win over somebody, Boleslav. Rangers undefeated in the last 12 matches in the Europa League, and they're looking very, very good at the moment everywhere. Look at the bookies odds. Rangers are 65 at the victory, 12-5 is your draw, 11-5 is your Slavia Prague on this one. Going to go with the Rangers at Ibrox, 2-1 win to get them through to the next round. Maybe a Battle of Britain potentially, of course, and then wrap it up. Molde up against Granada over in Norway. Played each other just 1 time, and of course it was a 2-0 win for Granada. Heading into this, Granada just 1 defeat the past 4. That 1 defeat was against Bilbao, of course, coming back into this on the receiving end of a win against Sociedad. As for Molde, of course, they're Danish. Top flight is not in action at the moment. Of course, they're just playing games in the Europa League, and of course, they come into this on the back of the defeat to Granada. It's throw the kitchen sink job against Granada this time around to see if they can get anything out of this. A look at the bookies odds on this one, shall we? We have Molde 23-10 for the victory, 65 is your Granada, 94 is the draw. Unfortunately, Molde will get a draw on this one, 1-1 in the end, but it won't be good enough, I don't think. But do we have? Yes, I'm going to give you the odds. In fact, let's of course bring up to date the aggregate scorelines on this one. So here we go. If my pick is right, of course, Ajax will go through 4-1 in the end. Villarreal will also go through 4-0 over Dinamo Kiev as well. As for Roma, they'll go through 4-2 over Shakhtar, and Arsenal comfortably go through. That should be the other way, 5-1 in favour of Olympiakos. Sorry, in Arsenal. Confused. Of course, Manchester United will squeeze through as well, 3-2 on aggregate over, of course, AC Milan. Of course, Rangers also going through 3-2 as well. And of course, Spurs 4-1 win on aggregate as well, it looks like. Was that 4-2? 4-2? No, 4-0. 4-1. And then wrap it up there, of course, Granada go through in the end, which would leave, of course, these teams there. Let's take a look at the bookies odds while these come on in. Of course, Young Boys Burn right here, right now, are 501 to win the trophy. Of course, Shakhtar Donetsk, Olympiakos, Molde, Dinamo Kiev, and Dinamo Zagreb are all 250 to 1. Slavia Prague is 50 to 1, Rangers 20 to 1, as is Granada, AC Milan 10 to 1, of course, Villarreal 7 to 1, Roma 7 to 1, Ajax 7 to 1. And then it's the three English teams. Arsenal are third favourites 9 to 2, United are 4 to 1, and Spurs just nick it at the moment, 7 to 2, outright favourites for this one. But these are the 8 teams that I believe will go through. You got Granada over there in the corner, Spurs are in there, and you can just about see them. But anyway, that's my picks. Be sure to get your picks in last night for the prediction again. We'll do it all again, of course. Games taking place this Thursday. Until then, be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and again, if you want to support the channel in another way, check me out on Patreon. Links also down below. Until then, though, I'm out. Be safe, mask up. I'll see you all for the next one.